Can you imagine a world without coffee? Coffee is a crop that grows in a special area around the world we call the bean belt. This is between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. These countries in Latin America, in Asia, and Africa grow 4 varieties of coffee. In the Philippines, we grow coffee from up north in the Cordillera to down south in Sulu, and many regions in between. They are grown on smallholder farms like 2-3 hectares in size, and farmers grow it along with intercrops like banana, papaya, pineapple, peanuts, and even vegetables. So farmers are relatively sustainable with coffee and other crops. But with climate change, it's going to be a different story. Now, farmers can have problems once climate change sets in, and they are not aware of how to mitigate the effects of warmer climates, humid climates, what this will bring to their coffee farms. In the Philippines, we are also lucky to grow 4 varieties of coffee. And the mnemonic is real coffee, R-E-A-L. R is for Robusta. Robust comes with a punch, and this is the strong syrupy flavor that you might find in espresso blends as well as instant coffee. About 90% of the production of the Philippines is Robusta. The other 10% is made up of Excelsa and Liberica, which grow in the same elevations as Robusta. And the 4th is Arabica. That's the fragrance, that's the aroma of coffee that everybody is familiar with. Arabica is gentler, grows on higher elevations like 1,000 to 1,600 meters above sea level. So you'll find them high up in the mountains around the Philippines, and in different cultivars or cultivated varieties as well. So Arabica, Robusta, Excelsa, and Liberica, you could make a mix, a special blend. And these are blends that we use in our everyday coffee or we use in specialty coffee. And these are also the blends that we are familiar with in espresso, cappuccino, and maybe latte. Now, with climate change, what are the effects on coffee farms? Number 1 is the humidity or warmer climates will cause diseases and pests to thrive in coffee farms. Second, it will affect the phenology of coffee. It may flower at different times. It may change microclimates. So this would mean that farmers have to go back to the coffee farm to harvest coffee more often than usual. This changes the economics of coffee. We may have to pay higher prices as farmers struggle with higher costs of production. And third, it'll also mean that coffee may weigh less, may yield lesser quantities of produce per tree or per hectare. And that will mean problems for a farmer who may even give up coffee, who may even give up planting more coffee or harvesting these beans because it takes so much of his time and of his effort. So what are we to do as consumers? What are we to do along with the others who drink the 2 billion cups of coffee a day in the world? We can buy sustainably sourced coffee, and that means get to know the farmer. Trace it back to the farmer. Does he know how to mitigate the effects of climate change? Second, fair prices for coffee farmers, fair prices for consumers. Never ask for a discount when you buy coffee, because coffee farmers are hard-pressed to give you that cup as climate change happens. Third is we can start to plant shade-grown coffee, or make sure we get shade-grown coffee. Agroforestry should be back, where we plant trees, shade trees, bird-friendly coffee, so that we can get that biodiversity in place. And fourth, something all of us can do is to plant coffee. If we plant coffee now, maybe even on higher elevations, we can ensure that coffee will be here for many generations to come. So can you imagine a world without coffee? I can't.